Joining us today is a very special guest, K. Annamalai. He is BJP's Tamil Nadu State President, a very young and dynamic leader emerging very strongly within the ranks of the BJP, and also someone who's been ruffling quite a few feathers here in Tamil Nadu. And he's joining us at a time when he's launching his Padayatra, Mann En Makkal, and it's going to be a very prestigious moment, a very historic moment for the BJP in Tamil Nadu. And that's what we want to understand from you, sir. What is the significance of this yatra, this Padayatra for the BJP? Do you think it will help the party to galvanize the support it currently lacks on ground? Because many say the BJP lacks organizational structure on ground. Do you think this yatra will be able to address that problem? And tell us a bit about what this yatra is all about.
Madam Vanakkam, thank you so much for the question. In fact, the yatra, we have kept the theme as En Mann En Makkal, meaning my soil, my people, Modiji and Tamil Mulakkam, meaning a resounding call for Tamil given by Modi. So it's a very important yatra that we are embarking on, starting from 28th of July for the next 168 odd days across Tamil Nadu and 234 constituency. The intention behind this Padayatra is very simple. It is to meet all sections of society who have got benefited under Modiji's rule in the last 9 years, and especially to thank Modi for everything he has done for Tamil Nadu, and especially for putting Tamil language and culture at the highest possible pedestal that is possible in the world. And I believe, like me, like millions of Karyakartas we have, there are millions of common Tamil folk who wants to use this yatra, participate with us and to celebrate the achievements of Modiji. That is why on day one, in Rameshwaram, which our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah has kindly consented to launch the yatra on 28th of July in Rameshwaram, the Honorable Home Minister would be releasing a book, 1 lakh books on the same day, called Modi Enna Senjar. What did Modi do for Tamil Nadu? So when we see that book, we will understand in every single segment of our lives, Modiji has touched us. The 9 years of our government has touched us. So the Padayatra's intention is to galvanize people as a movement. The second, but maybe not the least important, but also very important one, is to talk about corruption. Of late in Tamil politics, BJP talks about corruption. At a very high level we talk, and we see sitting ministers getting raided by ED. We see a lot of things happening at the ground level also. I would say people of Tamil Nadu are truly fed up of corruption, with the historical high limits of corruption that has touched in Tamil Nadu. We believe it is also a movement we have to build against corruption at all the grassroots level. So we will be talking about corruption at a more personal level. So these are the two main pillars behind this yatra.
Why Rameshwaram? Because you're starting your yatra from Rameshwaram, and there's a huge buzz that the Prime Minister could even consider, contesting from Rameshwaram in the upcoming general elections. Is that one of the reasons?
No, Rameshwaram is a very historical place in our Indian spiritual sphere. It's a very historical place, one. And second, Rameshwaram is also the place that we associate with our Tamil fishermen. And we want to start there for a variety of reasons. One, no major yatra has commenced from Rameshwaram. You see, either starting from Kanyakumari or in different part. So our leadership felt, why not from Rameshwaram? And second, we want to re-invoke that historical spirit that Rameshwaram soil has got. And thirdly, we believe the fishermen of Tamil Nadu have benefited the most under PM's rule, especially going to the high seas, coming back safely. So it is also a way to thank our fishermen for all the hard work they do. So it's a coastal city. So these three factors are the important reasons. With respect to Honorable PM contesting, I think PM sir can contest in all the 543 constituencies of our country. And like everybody who has got a moral right to say PM wants to contest here. Likewise in Tamil Nadu also we say PM should contest from Tamil Nadu. Likewise other states are also saying it is purely for the Honorable PM to decide. It is for the PM to decide which of the 543 he wants to contest.
Even when you say that, you want the BJP to grow in Tamil Nadu, is there a conundrum when it comes to the alliance, whether to have an ally like an AIADMK or not? Because from what we have understood, your conversations with party leaders and your idea, you believe that the party should go it alone so that it can grow, and it shouldn't be, having the support of another party, piggyback ride on another party, whereas the national leadership at present wants an alliance with the AIADMK. Is there a conundrum there?
We are together in this, madam, in the sense that we are very clear 2024 election is for Honorable PM Modiji. It is not a state-centric election. And we want Modiji to come with a very bigger mandate, more than 303 what BJP alone had and more than what the NDA had in combined total. So very clear, 2024, Modiji has to come back with a larger majority, and for that, all the like-minded parties, for example, we have seen in the NDA meeting, 9 parties from Tamil Nadu, they have gone to Delhi. And every single party, big and small, they all want to see Modiji coming back to power for a third time. So we all are unified in this spirit. So 2024 election, all of us are very clear, AIADMK and all the parties inside our alliance, that this is an election for Modiji. And from Tamil Nadu, 2014 and 2019, we couldn't give large number of MPs. In fact, we gave very little number of MPs. For all the hard work Modiji has done for Tamil Nadu, we believe combinedly as a team, it is important Tamil Nadu gives back a large number of MPs to Modiji. So that is the only thing that is driving. All of us are absolutely fine. There is no internal any kind of division among us. In fact, I have spoken to Edappadi Palaniswamy and also. I have spoken to all the alliance leaders and invited them for the Yatra because this Yatra is for Modiji.
Are they coming?
Leaders have confirmed, they are confirming. We will see day after tomorrow. Leaders will come. I am sure almost all of them will come. So they all also know that this Yatra is, even for BJP is doing this Yatra, but BJP is doing this to bring Modiji with a renewed and larger mandate in 2024. That is the spirit we are working.
I ask you about this confusion about alliance because, you talk about corruption. Corruption has been a major issue that you're focusing on. You've released DMK files part 1 and 2. But again, then you're not able to take on the AIADMK because there are several corruption allegations against the AIADMK leaders too. So is that somewhere, showing the double standards, or is the message of corruption, the fight against corruption, is that not reaching the people of Tamil Nadu? Because on one hand, you're in an alliance with the AIADMK and you're only targeting the DMK.
I'm not faulting your question, madam, but I can very clearly say that as of today, DMK is the ruling party, and it is very important that the ruling party that is very touching sky high level of corruption in Tamil Nadu, it has to be taken out in a very democratic way, and an alternate political system has to come in that is free of corruption in Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu, yes, I agree with you, for a long time, it was plagued with corruption at different points of time, but as of now, the focus is on seeing of DMK. The corruption has touched a level of height which no party has seen. So that is why I am also very clear. 2024 election is for Modiji to come back. And right now DMK has to go. It is about 27, 28 months DMK is in power. So I am not very focused on other things also. So that is why whole of BJP were very clear. Corruption, DMK has to go. First, let us take DMK out. With respect to bringing BJP to power and Modiji to power, all of us are united in that single common goal.
Again, when you talk about corruption, the reason why I'm asking this again and again is because you talk about wanting to fight corruption. And again, you have examples in Maharashtra where someone like an Ajit Pawar who's facing ED cases, the Prime Minister himself spoke against Ajit Pawar in a rally. And then he joins the BJP government and he gets the finance ministry. So there is, of course, questions being raised about the conviction with which the BJP is fighting corruption.
BJP's conviction against fighting corruption is absolutely, it is there, right there from what we started in 2014. It hasn't even gone a bit down, it has only gone up. With respect to Maharashtra, we have to understand Ajit Pawar and other leaders of NCP did not join BJP. They have joined a government in which BJP is a part, in which Shiv Sena is a part, in which NCP is a part now. So whatever action that central government agencies are taking against anybody who is accused of corruption with evidence, that will carry on. That is what I understand as an Indian citizen. That is what all of us understand. With respect to Modiji, he doesn't have any toleration for anybody who is corrupt. So with respect to Maharashtra, it is an issue where 3 parties together, they are fighting against a force which they think is more dynasty, which they think is more detrimental to the Maharashtra's progress. That is what I can comment at this point of time. But nobody has joined BJP there. BJP, along with other parties, are part of a government. Now, with respect to the agencies, I think they are free to pursue what they want to do. Nobody is going to stop any agency because they are independent and they act on their own.
Coming back to the issue of alliance and delving a little bit more about your relationship with the AIADMK, some say that Annamalai has an ego tussle with Edappadi Palaniswamy. There's some kind of friction between these two leaders, and several AIADMK leaders say Annamalai is very politically immature. We've dealt with more better BJP chiefs in the past. Leaders like Jayakumar have made these statements in public. How do you look at that, and is there an ego tussle with?
I really don't want to go into that, madam. I'm very clear that I have come to politics seeing Modiji, and I haven't seen anybody else, and nobody has inspired me to get into politics. Only Modiji has inspired. I want to do politics Modiji's way. I see something wrong, I call it wrong. If somebody is labeling that as maturity, immaturity, I really don't want to go into it. For me, maturity means doing politics the right way, doing politics for the benefit of people, not sitting in the power for the sake of power. At this point of time, I would like to comment only on this. Maybe in the future, whenever more opportunities to talk about it, 100% I would talk. But right now, I would say, I would like to do politics the Modi way. And I am not somebody who will bide my time, just wait patiently, do scheming politics, just stay in power for the sake of taking power. I really don't want that kind of power also. I'm very clear about it. And Modiji has inspired me. Modiji has continued to inspire me. And we would like to follow the path of Modiji because we believe India is at a very tipping point. I don't think many nations have got this tipping point like India has had now. For fifth largest economy, a very stable government, a prime minister who thinks long term, a prime minister who is visionary. So next 10-15 years, we are very clear that it is important that Modiji has to lead this and make this tipping point to become something more tangible. So I really don't want to comment on small leaders who like to comment on me. And for the sake of comments, I'm not going to change myself also. Right from day one, I am operating in BJP with a sense of free spirit. And I'm very clear that Tamil Nadu deserves better governance. Tamil Nadu deserves better government. That is why when comments were made against me by any political party, I don't respond to them. Even for responding to certain political leaders, I believe the political leaders should have that deserving nature for me to respond to them. I just ignore and keep moving on. Same thing I'm going to do for any leaders who keep talking about me doing this, me not doing this.
Another big talking point in Tamil Nadu currently is the role of the governor. Do you think Governor Ravi, his actions are helping the DMK and hurting the BJP? The chief minister keeps telling that the governor, it's almost as though the governor is campaigning for the DMK. Do you believe that somewhere it's true? Because every time DMK is facing some problem, the governor comes up with another controversy and the whole attention is divided and diverted. Do you think it's hurting the BJP somewhere, the actions of the governor?
Generally, DMK is very good at diversionary tactics. They are doing this for the last many 50 odd years. And many a time they keep diverting. And if you look at the history of DMK, they don't have a single line in which they stick. They wanted a secession, they wanted a separate state. Then they do this, they gave Kachchatheevu and they want Kachchatheevu back. So if you look at the history of DMK, it is a party that is extremely good in diversionary tactics. With respect to governor is doing his role. And he is not doing this governor's overreach. He is just calling a spade a spade. If a document has to be signed, is signing it. If it's not in consonance with the constitutional principles, is not doing it. And DMK, I think, to have an escape valve, every time they want to go and attack the governor, which the grassroots level I see is badly bouncing back on DMK one.
But was he right in dismissing a minister?
Madam, that is a matter of debate, madam. For example, if we go by the same Supreme Court judgment at different points of time, in the state of Punjab versus Government of India, and when Karnataka versus Union of India in different cases, the Supreme Court has clearly said in a constitutional bench, one of the judgment, the appointing authority is also the dismissing authority. Very clearly they said, a minister can be dismissed by government on certain grounds. Now there is a moral...
The Supreme Court has also said governor is nothing but a shorthand expression of the government.
That is what I said, it's a matter of debate because nowhere we had a constitutional test where a governor has dismissed a minister, it has gone all the way to the Supreme Court. Because the Constitution also talks about moral turpitude. The Constitution talks about collective responsibility. So I believe this is an area where we are getting into it is not fully tested in the Supreme Court also. So I think governor might have had his own reason when he did this act. The governor might have had his own reason when he wanted to take the opinion from Attorney General. I really don't want
that have been done before he...
I'm sure, madam, normally when a person of the governor's stature, I don't think they are going to issue an order just like that. They must have taken their own opinions from a lot of other people. But in this case, he has chosen to go back again to the Attorney General. It doesn't mean that governor was wrong. Also, it doesn't mean the governor is right. So let us wait for the governor's final opinion.
I ask you this because, when this controversy erupted, the statement from Rajbhavan, or rather the letter that Rajbhavan sent to the Chief Minister said, due to the intervention of the Union Home Ministry, we are putting this on hold and we are going to seek the opinion of the AG. Again, when there was a controversy about, the governor wanting to change the name of Tamil Nadu, suddenly there was a meeting in Delhi and the governor later clarified that no, I didn't mean that. So is he trying to hurt the prospects of the BJP in Tamil Nadu by doing
Madam, with respect to Mr. Senthil Balaji, I will come very specifically, madam, whether governor is dismissing a minister or a particular minister or the minister. But in this case, governor, again Senthil Balaji, I would only urge for us to look back into the previous correspondence that was between the Rajbhavan and the state of Tamil Nadu. When the state of Tamil Nadu has issued a letter stating that we are reallocating portfolios because of Mr. Senthil Balaji's ill health, The governor wrote back saying, no, the truth is something different. You have to mention it is not Hill-Hill, it's something else. Then it went back and forth. The governor did not agree for Mr. Senthil Balaji to continue as a minister without portfolio. Continuing as minister without portfolio is an extraordinary case. Lal Bahadur Shastriji continued as a minister with a portfolio. It's an extraordinary case. Very few people in India have continued as minister with a portfolio. I think the governor had his own reason in this particular set, especially when Supreme Court has given a judgment. Because we have to look at everything together. Because we cannot equate governor dismissing a minister with respect to other cases. Supreme Court has said the particular state, the police have to file Prevention of Corruption Act against the minister. Here, in the cabinet, the chief minister holds the home portfolio under whom the police reports. In the collective responsibility of cabinet, there is a minister who sits inside, against whom the Supreme Court wants the Prevention of Corruption Act to be filed. Maybe the governor in his argument in the first letter has clearly said, the principle of natural justice is not met. A chief minister holding home portfolio, in the collective responsibility, a minister there, how can the police act in a free and fair way? So, I would say for anybody looking from outside also, the governor was not dismissing any minister randomly. This minister had a history of case, which that is why I said, if it goes to Supreme Court, we never know, because we are going to enter a territory which nobody has entered. Because there is a Supreme Court judgment against a SID minister. So that is why this case is very, very special. It cannot be compared to any other case in India where governor is dismissing a minister. Sorry, but I didn't answer your question very rightly, because your question very specifically about
is it hurting the BJP
thing. But with respect to governor, he runs an independent office, he's an independent person, and he is a neutral arbiter in a state like Tamil Nadu with a constitutional values to guide him. BJP is a political party whose main responsibility is to do politicking. So BJP and governor or Congress and governor or anybody and governor, they don't have any relationship except a professional courtesy of a political party and the governor. Governor is taking an independent stand. And in many places, he believes he has to voice out his opinion, because in a state like Tamil Nadu, he believes that neutral, independent opinion is not there. So we would respect governor for who he is, and we would respect governor for what his office is. So with respect to commenting on what governor did, I think that is much, much beyond what a political party should do.
But you also said that governor should not make such comments, every now and then. That's disrespecting the office of governor.
No, I have very clearly said, the DMK has put a poster saying, Mr. Governor, speak now. Mr. Ravi, speak now. Press people are saying, do you think governor should respond? I said, look, governor's job is not to speak politics. Because if DMK wants to put posters around the Raj Bhavan and wants governor to speak on why he has agreed to dismiss Senthil Balaji, I said, if governor wants to speak politics, where is it going to end? In that context, I said, governor should never speak politics. It is not the governor's responsibility to speak politics, because DMK actually wanted the governor to speak politics. The question is, the DMK has put posters around the Raj Bhavan saying, Mr. Ravi, speak up. I said, why should the governor speak? And I clearly stick with my argument then also. Then it is not right for governors to speak politics. In the same case also, even if DMK is provoking a governor to speak, then the whole balance of power that is there between a governor, that is there between an elected government headed by a chief minister and an opposition leader, the whole fine balance in a constitutional democracy will get disturbed.
Okay, coming back to BJP and its politics in Tamil Nadu, do you think the manner in which it's trying to counter the Dravidian identity with "we are Hindus first" identity, is that gaining traction on ground? Do you think that's working on ground?
I don't know. Nobody is saying we are Hindus first, we are Christians first, or Muslims first. 100% nobody is saying. We believe in the spirit of secularism in a state like Tamil Nadu. That is why BJP Tamil Nadu, for the last 2 years, we are hosting iftar parties officially. We invite our Muslim friends to come. We host a Samatwa Christmas. But we don't do fake secularism. That is where we differentiate from the Dravidian party. We hosting iftar party, we host in a spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood, where people come and participate. We don't wear a skull cap to show that I am a Hindu and I have my own practicing way of life. And somebody is a Muslim friend, somebody is a Christian friend, they have their own way of practicing life. Unlike a Dravidian party, where we wear a skull cap, that day we behave that we are brothers and sisters. Here we differentiate ourselves from there. We say, look, we are not fake secularists, but we believe in the equality of all religion, we are together. And two, BJP differentiates from the DMK Dravidian major party in a very big way with respect to corruption. Our way of life is different. We are independent people occupying a position. We believe anybody can come to this chair, anybody can go out, not like a dynasty which runs it. So there are a lot of differences. If any voter is willing to see the ideology of a Dravidian party and the ideology of BJP, you'll have 50 reasons to see there is a difference between both the party. We want to bring the difference in a proper communicative way to the public. That is more important. Just communicate properly to the public. What is the essential difference between both the parties? If we do it right, I think we will have a very big future in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, you did talk about, respecting Muslims and all of that. But then again, the question is, why is BJP not giving tickets to Muslims? Why are Muslims not being made ministers in the Modi government and all of that? But again, that...
I'll answer that one, since you asked it. Because we don't see anybody as a Muslim and Hindu and Christian. That is why we don't give tickets here and there.
But it's also about representation.
We see people as people. And I can show you there are many places where very eminent people have served with Modiji, served with Vajpayee. Eminent people have served in many of our BJP governments who come from different faith. And with respect to giving tickets, not giving a representation, we don't see anybody as a Hindu, Muslim or Christian. We see person as a performer, non-performer, as a karyakarta, as an MP, as an MLA. Because our minds are trained to see like that. And I as a person, I don't see, I have to have 29 people in my state body. I don't see, can I give it to a Muslim, can I give it to a Christian? Of course, there are Muslims and Christians in the state body. They hold a very important position in BJP Tamil Nadu. But I see as whether they are fit for that role, whether they have to do that role. That is how we see, madam.
So how many Muslims are there in top posts in Tamil Nadu BJP?
We have, you see a lot of visible Muslim brothers and sisters. You have Vellore Ibrahim Anna who is active. And you also have a lot of other people you have active. Our Daisy Charan who is active. We have Vellore Ibrahim is in a very national post also. We are there. Whether they belong, Pal Kanagarajanna is a state vice president. He has got a Christian faith. He is in the parent body who practices. He is a very eminent lawyer. That is what my argument is. We don't see it as Muslim and Christian. Since you wanted names, I am giving you names. I see everybody as a human being, as a BJP Karyakarta who wants to strengthen the process of nationalism.
Coming back to the BJP and its growth in Tamil Nadu, do you think all the leaders in the state unit are on the same page? Because in the past we've seen differences of opinion, several leaders, voicing a different opinion than what you're saying. Some say there is a section of leaders who are trying to work against you. So are all leaders on the same page as far as Tamil Nadu?
All leaders need not be in the same page, madam. This is not a flock of sheep where there is one leader who will have a stick in hand and say, if you don't obey me like MK Stalin, I'll kick you out. I in fact encourage a lot of disagreement. I say, look, it's a democracy. And anybody don't agree with me, please talk. If you agree with me, please talk. So that's how I would like to be remembered as a leader. So my spirit of leadership is very different. I'm not a guy who will shut a room and say, all of you have to agree with me, else I'm not going to open this room and see you out. Because a sense of disagreement is always good. In fact, democracy thrives in disagreement. I want people to be argumentative. And that argumentative is absolutely fine with me. Because you don't understand, people come with different mindset. There is somebody from South Tamil Nadu who sees politics in a different way. There's somebody from North Tamil Nadu who sees politics in a different way. South Tamil Nadu person sees alliance in a different way.
But what happens when the party speaks in two voices?
No, it's not about important issue. It is not. Point I'm trying to make is, important issues that define what the party is, the voice is always unanimous and single. And you not have hundreds of issues, the party should have a unanimous voice. I am one guy who encourages differences. I am one guy who is very open. I say, please talk. With respect to alliance, no alliance, end of the day, it is all with the Karyakarta. You have to listen to him. You have to look at a bigger picture. You have to look at a national picture. You have to look at what is short-term important, what is long-term important. So a lot of decision-making goes into that. But even after 10 years, if somebody tells me, oh, Annamalai, everybody has listened to you, there is no disagreement inside, then probably I would rate me as a very bad leader. If 10 years from now somebody says, oh, a lot of disagreements in the party, very good. As long as the disagreements is not crossing a Lakshman Rekha, I'm good with it.
And what are your plans for the future? Because even a few days back, I remember there was a message that said, there was a tweet from a news agency that said, Annamalai is going to the Rajya Sabha from Rajasthan, even though there are no elections in Rajasthan. So are you going to contest in 2024 elections? You did contest in 2021, 2019. Are you contesting this time as well? And what is your future plan? Are you going to Delhi or are you going to stay here?
No, madam. My job is very clear. The role that the party has given to me is very clear. It is to grow the party at the grassroots level. We are on the process. And I'm sure elections, we have candidates to fight. We have very eminent candidates to fight who will win, who will go on to occupy very high positions in the party. I'm very sure about it. But for me, I'm a simple Karyakarta. My job is very clear. Take on corruption. Go to the grassroots. Travel more. Connect with people. Which I'm doing. Tomorrow the party tells me do this, I will do that also.
So no plans of going to Delhi as of now?
Delhi is also within India, but here I think Tamil Nadu, that is the role that is very clearly given to me, very specifically given to me. Tomorrow the party tells me you do this, I'm bound to do it. So right now I'm very clear about my role.
And one last question. what do you think the 2024 elections in Tamil Nadu will be fought on as far as the BJP is concerned?
Madam, it is about very clearly we have shown progress and development. A state without a single MP except an alliance MP to the kitty, and the kind of work, in fact, we will be releasing a book also. The last 9 years, more than 10,76,000 crore has come into Tamil Nadu. The kind of changes Tamil Nadu has seen under the central government is humongous. A lot of changes we have seen. And our fishermen are safe. There is no killing, there is no shooting, there is no firing.
Fishermen are safe?
Yes, I can give you data. If you look at pre-2014...
Every day fishermen are being
arrested. Arrest is something which you and me
they
can't control.
They are attacked mid-sea.
Arrest is something... Before 2014, if I can give you a data, if you are kind enough to put in your TV, if you can analyze the data from 1947 to 2014, the per capita death in every year fishermen, if you compare from 2014 to 23, it is 5 times down. It is 5 times down. 47 killings in the last 34 years in the high sea in Sri Lanka. Now, where is the killing?
But there is no end to their trouble as well. Their livelihoods are being destroyed.
You have to understand, these are areas where fishermen cross the national boundaries. You have to understand that. Because the fishermen are used to a boundary where Kachchatheevu was not there. Now, after 1972, when Congress gifted Kachchatheevu to Sri Lanka, the so-called artificial boundaries came. But the fishermen of Tamil Nadu, they want to go very far because they believe that is their right to go. 1972, artificially you put a line and said, this is the border between India and Sri Lanka. That is not our making. It is the Congress making when DMK was in power. So they have to understand when a fisherman is getting arrested, what is the BJP doing? Again, I have a statistics to tell you. The number of days an Indian fisherman spent in a Sri Lankan jail is 3 times down than a Congress period. So that is why I mentioned the fishermen.
But even the Chief Minister in his recent letter to the External Affairs Minister, he said even though there was a high-level meeting that took place between Prime Minister Modi and Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe, the situation on ground has not changed.
What hasn't changed?
Fishermen are still being arrested.
I have personally gone to the northeastern Sri Lanka. I know what is happening in the ground. This CM doesn't move out of Chennai. What does he know about India-Sri Lankan problem? Listening to his advisors, writing a letter, he thinks he can solve that problem. I have visited Sri Lanka twice. I have met the Douglas Devananda, there was a fisheries minister. I have gone and personally met. I have met the Indian fishermen in Sri Lankan jail. So better the Chief Minister of the state not educate us what is happening in the ground. The BJP made efforts to go to Sri Lanka and the government of India is making efforts to bring them. Sitting in an AC room, listening to an IAS officer, not even going to Sri Lanka, not even knowing what is happening in the ground, he can only write letters. He can only make arguments and noise. But if it is somebody who is trying to solve this problem, as a political party, it is BJP in Tamil Nadu. As a government, it is Modiji in Sri Lanka. Because we are solving with the Sri Lankan issue, one after the other. Airports built, ship launched from Nagapattinam to Kanakeshandurai, people-to-people contact happening. There is a aid process. The animosity has come down. The same Chief Minister's father, when he was ruling here, or when he was part of the central government, 1,60,007 people got killed. Are they not complicit to it? Did India not share intelligence to the Sri Lankan at that point of time to the Rajapakses? What were they doing sitting in central government? When the Kachchatheevu was gifted in 1972, who was Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister? So better our Chief Minister answer all this question before lecturing us on the Indian-Sri Lankan issue and what is happening in the ground.
Coming back to the BJP's plans, what is the election all about for the BJP?
The election is very clear, madam. It is development plan, what Tamil Nadu has seen under Modiji with zero corruption. 27 months, what Tamil Nadu is seeing under Stalin with sky-high corruption. And second, if there is somebody who has put Tamil pride and culture at the global level, in the last 1,000 years, it is PM Narendra Modiji was taken it to the global level. And these guys made sure Tamil did not cross Gumudi-Pundi. They kept it very safely. And third, but not the least, if there is one Prime Minister who's a true lover of Tamils, it is Narendra Modiji. 3 things, I am very clear, coming Lok Sabha would be a turning point for BJP and our allies, madam.
We wish you all the best. Thank you so much. And let me tell our viewers, he has a very busy schedule. He's all organizing his yatra and yet he's taken the time out to talk to India Today. So thank you so much and we wish you all the very best. And thank you for being the candid self. Thank you.